Today we're going to start Swami Vivekananda ji. Okay, Swami Vivekananda ji and Arvind Ghosh. We'll try to complete 2 yogis today. Okay, I will share screens. Video open kar. Okay. Is screen visible to you? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to start Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is an ideal, exemplary, and inspirational saint, not only for India, but for the whole world, because he preached our Indian religion to the world. So he's not famous in India, only in India, but whole world. Okay, he's famous in whole world. He was born on 12th January 1863 AD, and the tithi was Makara Sankranti. Okay, and place of birth is Kolkata. He born on 12th January 1863, and tithi was Makara Sankranti, and the place of birth is Kolkata. Okay, you have to note this one. His childhood name was Narendranath Dutt. Okay, in childhood he used to call Narendranath, and his surname was Dutt. But mother Bhuvaneshwari Devi, here his mother's name comes. Okay, Bhuvaneshwari Devi lovingly called her son by the name of Vireshwar. Okay, here for Swami Vivekananda 3 names are there. First one is Narendranath, and his mother called him Vireshwar, and after that he became Vivekananda. Okay, these 3 names are there.
Ma'am, actual name Narendra, actual name Narendranath Datta, then nickname is Vireshwar.
Yes, Bhuvaneshwari Devi is his mother, Vireshwar. She used to call him Vireshwar. Okay, and another nickname was not here. I have written, but Bile. She called him lovingly Bile. If you have read his stories, then you come to know Bile. She called
nickname of Swami Vivekananda ji would be?
They will give one name. Okay, Narendranath or Vireshwar. Okay. They won't give both names. Okay? So don't confuse. This is for only your understanding. If many important questions are there to ask for them, okay, they won't ask like this. If by mistake they ask, then you must know. Okay, for that reason I have written all this in PPTs. His father's name was Vishwanath Dutt, who was a famous advocate in Kolkata High Courts. His father was an advocate in Kolkata High Courts. Okay, his name was Vishwanath Dutt. Both Narendra's parents were great devotees of Lord Shiva. Okay, they were also the devotees of Lord Shiva, like Dayanandaji's parents. Okay, yesterday only you have read now. Narendra's parents were also great devotees of Lord Shiva. For this reason, the rituals of religion and spirituality kept getting deeper in the mind of child Narendra since childhood. From childhood only, he get the spiritual knowledge, that rituals and everything. Okay. His grandfather's name was Durgacharan Dutt. This is important. Okay. Sometimes they will ask what is the grandfather's name of Swami Vivekananda. Okay. Durgacharan Dutt. He was a good scholar of Sanskrit and Persian. He was scholar of Sanskrit and Persian. Okay. Durgacharan Dutt. But Narendra's parents were ardent devotees of Lord Shiva. Okay. For this reason, the values of religion and spirituality had deepened in the mind of this comes to second time. Okay. Up to this, you come to know, no? Any questions?
Oh, ma'am.
Same thing repeated here. Okay.
And he, Swami Vivekananda ji was from which community is not mentioned here?
Not mentioned.
Okay.
Not mentioned. I think he is Bengali also, because he was from Bengal, no?
He was Bengali, ma'am.
Kolkata. Okay. And then I think so.
What
And
was-
his one of the nickname was Norin.
Yes,
So it-
yes, Nodin.
Yes.
Okay.
Norin was his nickname.
Yes.
And ma'am, I missed out that what you told, like he belonged to which community is not mentioned.
I think not mentioned, but I think he was Bengali because he was from Bengal.
He was
Bengali.
Bengali, ma'am. He was Bengali.
Okay.
He is our idol, ma'am. We follow him wherever we go. Like
Yes.
I'm
yes.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Bengal.
Bengali is well known, but I asked his community in the yesterday's slide. Community was mentioned. Dayanand Saraswati.
No, not mentioned here.
Bengalis, no, we don't have like that kind of any community.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's why it's like we don't have any community like alag things.
Not
So-
mentioned, and that is not important. So okay. Then if you want to extra knowledge, you can read that Wikipedia. Okay.
Okay.
You can get all the knowledge.
Mm.
Here we have to know his childhood name, mother's name, father's name, his date of birth, and his grandfather's name, and he was a scholar of Sanskrit, etc. Only this much is important in this slide. Okay. Now education. In the year 1871, at the age of 8, Narendranath entered the Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Metropolitan Institute of Education. Okay, he went Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Metropolitan Institute.
Ma'am, actually that is given. The community is Kayastha.
Okay,
Kayastha means it is a business, like administrative community.
okay, okay.
That
Narendranath received his primary education from here. Okay, he received primary education from Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar Metropolitan Institute. Okay. In the year of 1877, Narendranath went to Rampur with his father. For some work or some reason, he went with his father to Rampur. Okay. There, his father himself taught Narendra for 2 years. If there were, I think there may not be school or something, so his father only taught him for 2 years at Rampur. Okay. When he was with his father. Okay. This is not so important. In 1879 AD, after the return of his family, he passed the entrance exam of Presidency College and took admission in Presidency College, Kolkata. He completed his primary education and he passed the entrance examination of Presidency College and took admission in Presidency College of Calcutta. Along with his modern education, Narendranath studied Indian religion. Why it is coming so like this? Indian religion, history, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, all scriptures he read. Okay, he gained knowledge from all the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Western philosophy, logic, religion, and European philosophy. He translated Herbert Spencer's world famous book Education in Bengali. This is very, very important. Okay. The important things you have written in that column, you have to write this. He translated Herbert Spencer's world famous book Education in Bengali language. Okay. You not need to like all this this big sentence. You have to only write like this: translated Herbert Spencer's education book in Bengali. Like this, you have to, in short, you can write. Okay. He studied all the scriptures, along with he translated Herbert Spencer's world famous book Education in Bengali language. They may ask which book he translated or in which language, like this. Okay, clear this one? Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
He had an extraordinary reading and memorizing ability. He was very wise. Then his memory is so strong. He could effortlessly read and memorize 10 giant volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica in one single reading only. There are 10 giant volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica. This is one world famous general knowledge book for simple language. Okay. Then he read this book in a single reading only. He completed that 10 volumes. Okay. So he got huge memory or concentration. He was so much wise. Then he was asked a few questions by one of his disciples, Sharat Chandra, based on the encyclopedias. One famous his disciple was there, Sharat Chandra. He asked the questions about that encyclopedia, something in that encyclopedia. But when he asked Swami Vivekananda about that question, he could say the answer word by word. Okay. Without missing any word, he could say the answers for that questions. Clear? This one you have to important. He memorized that Encyclopedia Britannica in single reading. This is important. Okay. There was a special influence of Brahma Samaj on Narendranath since childhood. He followed Brahma Samaj. Yesterday we read about the Anandaji. Which Samaj was that? Arya Samaj. Okay. Arya Samaj ना था. कल क्या पढ़ा था आपने?
Arya Samaj.
Here comes Brahma Samaj. There was a special influence of Brahma Samaj on Narendranath since his childhood. Once William Hasty, these names are बहुत है इसमें, बहुत सारे names है, आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. Okay. Once William Hasty was teaching the poem of William Wordsworth in his class. Telling the essence of the poem, Ramakrishna Paramhans interviewed the god in Kali Mandir, located in Dakshineshwar. After telling this much, Narendranath decided that he would definitely go to Dakshineshwar and meet Ramakrishna Paramhans. One teacher was there, William Hasty. He was teaching one poem in his class and telling the essence of that poem. He told that Ramakrishna Paramhans, one guru is there, and he interviewed the god in Kali Mandir, okay, and which is located in Dakshineshwar. When he heard this, then he decided to meet Ramakrishna Paramhans. And you have to remember this name also, where the Kali Mandir is situated, Dakshineshwar, okay, in Dakshineshwar. These four names are here important. And this is also important, Brahma Samaj. One side they will give you Yogis, one side they will give Arya Samaj, Brahma Samaj, like that, okay. If they give match the following, you have to remember this one. Today we are going fast because 2 Yogis we have to complete today. After this class, we can discuss if any questions. In 1881, for the first time, Narendranath reached Dakshineshwar Kali Mandir, and a new feeling arose within him from the very first darshan of Ramakrishna Paramhans. That William William Hastie told him that in the class, one yogi is there, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and he saw God in front of him. Directly he saw the God like this. Then he decided to meet that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So he went to that Dakshineshwar Kali Mandir in 1881. When he came there first time, but he felt something very spiritual feelings. Okay, when he saw that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. On seeing Ramakrishna ji, Narendranath asked a question: "Have you seen your God?" His first question was, after seeing Ramakrishna ji, was, "Have you seen your God?" Okay, then Ramakrishna ji said, "Yes, I see God as clearly as I see you." Okay, he said, "Yes, I see God as you are in front of me." No? Like that only I saw God in front of me. After that, Narendranath completely left worldly pleasures and accepted Ramakrishna Paramahamsa as his guru. Okay, here guru's name comes. Okay, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is Vivekananda's guru, and took initiation and renunciation from him. He took initiation from Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He accepted him as his guru. He remained devoted to Ramakrishna until the latter's death in 1886. He remained devoted to Ramakrishna until Ramakrishna's death. Okay, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's death was in 1886. Clear? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. It is important, death of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
Not. It is not important. Again, we will read in, I think, not, they will not ask this one. Okay. But you have to remember. Narendranath becomes Swami Vivekananda. This all is very, very, very important. Okay. Narendranath becomes Swami Vivekananda from Narendranath. His name was Narendranath. Then how he became Swami Vivekananda, we will see. Okay. The first meeting of Ajit Singh Maharaja of Khetri and Narendranath was at Mount Abu. One day he met Narendranath met Ajit Singh. Ajit Singh was Maharaja of Khetri. Khetri means one place in Rajasthan. Okay. The king of Khetri. His name was Ajit Singh. Okay. Narendranath met him at Mount Abu. Okay. And during Narendranath's stay at Khetri between 7 June 1891 to 27 October 1891. I think June, July, August, September, October. 4 months he stayed there at Khetri. Okay. Then Ajit Singh became his close friend and disciple of Narendranath. He started following Swami Vivekananda. Then he became also his close friend. He started considering Narendranath as his spiritual mentor. It was Ajit Singh who suggested Narendranath to wear a turban. Up to that, Vivekananda ji didn't wear that turban and etc. Okay, he was simple. But on the Ajit Singh suggested Narendranath to wear a turban and also showed him how to wear it in Rajasthan style. Okay, it is Rajasthani style. Most probably. He also named and conferred the title Swami Vivekananda to Narendranath Dutt. Okay, here comes, it is very important. Yesterday, like we saw that Purnananda ji changed Mool Shankar's name to Dayananda Saraswati ji. Like that, Maharaja of Khetri, Ajit Singh, so much noise is there. Yes?
No, ma'am, you continue. Your talk, it's not disturbing. We'll just listen to what you say.
He also named and conferred the title of Swami Vivekananda to Narendranath Dutt. Okay. You have to remember here Ajit Singh Maharaj, and then he told him and he changed his name, Swami Vivekananda. This is important. And he was only who suggested to wear turban to Swami Vivekananda. Okay, this much is important in this. You have to write these things in special things. Okay. Swami Vivekananda's visit in India. First of all, he wanted to be fully acquainted with Indian people and Indian culture. First, he thought that he has to gain the knowledge of Indian people first. Okay, so he started wandering in India only. First of all, he wanted to be fully acquainted with Indian people and Indian culture. Therefore, from 1888 to 1893, he traveled to various villages and cities and provinces of India. Swami Vivekananda traveled widely in India as a parivrajak for 5 years with 2 favorite books with him, that is Bhagavad Gita and Imitation of Christ. This whole sentence is very, very, very important. He traveled widely in India as parivrajak. Okay, parivrajak means one traveler who travels continuously. Okay, here the name given is parivrajak. Okay, parivrajak, meaning of parivrajak is wandering continuously. Okay, the person who wanders continuously for to gain the knowledge something. Okay, he wandered for 5 years as parivrajak with 2 favorite books with him. They will ask the name of books. Okay, Bhagavad Gita and the Imitation of Christ. These 2 books are always with him. Bhagavad Gita and Imitation of Christ. From now foreign trips of Swami Vivekananda. From 1893, he started traveling abroad. He reached America after traveling to Japan, China, and Canada. First, he went Japan, China, Canada, and from there he went America. This is not so important. Then after he reached Chicago for Vishwadharma Mahasabha. Okay, this is important. Where it was conducted, Vishwadharma Mahasabha. Then you have to name Chicago. This is important. He reached Chicago for Vishwadharma Mahasabha as a representative of Hinduism to give the knowledge of Hinduism to foreign people. So he went there with a special cooperation of Professor John Wright of Harvard University of America. You have to read this Swami Vivekananda's book, very, very nice, and how he struggled to reach there. Okay, you have to read that one. One Professor John Wright, one person was there. He helped him to attend that Vishwadharma Mahasabha in Chicago. Okay, he was a professor in Harvard University of America. On 11 September 1893, 11 September 1893, Swamiji got the opportunity to attend the Vishwadharma Mahasabha. This date is important. Okay, what is the date of that Vishwadharma Sabha started? 11 September 1893. Clear this one?
Yes, ma'am.
If anything missed, you can write from presentation. I will send. PDF I will send. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
About 7,000 enlightened people were there from different countries in that huge assembly hall, the Institute of Art. The name of that hall where Vishwadharma Mahasabha was there, the name of that hall was Institute of Art. They will ask. Okay, this is important. I have written this, which I have written in red color. No, that all is important. Institute of Art. Then Swamiji went on stage to speak his words, where first he started with my brothers and sisters of America. I think you all know this. Okay? First he started his speech from the words my brothers and sisters of America. Swamiji just said this, and the whole auditorium started echoing with thunderous applause. सब बहुत सारी तालियां बजाने लगे जब ये वर्ड सुने ना, मेरे भाई और बहनों, अमेरिका के मेरे भाई और बहनों, जब ये वर्ड्स उन्होंने सुना उन लोगों ने, तब बहुत सारी तालियां बजाने लगे. Swamiji just said this, and the whole auditorium started echoing with thunderous applause. After that, Swamiji introduced Hindutva and Bharatiyata to the whole world. He introduced Indian religion, okay, Hindu religion, and all the culture, Indian culture, to the whole world. The people from all sides of the world were present there. So in front of them, Swamiji presented our Hindu dharma and Indian culture. Okay, you have to remember here Institute of Art, the name, and not this one is not so important. They will not listen. After America, Swamiji started traveling to European countries. Swamiji reached England in 1895. This is not so much important. It was here that he met Max Muller, okay, the distinguished professor of Oxford University. Max Muller was a professor in Oxford University. Swami Vivekananda met him. Here only he also met Margaret Noble. This name is very, 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 very important. Margaret Noble, who later became known as Sister Nivedita, Swamiji's chief disciple. Okay. Here he met Sister Nivedita in England. He met Margaret Noble. Her first name was Margaret Noble. Okay. After taking Diksha from Swamiji, then she became Sister Nivedita. Okay. She was Swamiji's chief disciple. You have to remember both these names. Okay. They can ask any one of the name. You have to remember. Swamiji also traveled various countries like Italy, England, Rome, New York, Greece, Germany, France, Vienna, Balkan, Egypt, and Sri Lanka, etc. These are the name of countries. Not need to remember. Swamiji returned to India in December 1900. Thereafter, Swamiji's health had started deteriorating due to excessive travel. In spite of this, Swamiji was continuously engaged in self-study, meditation. Self-study means self-realization, okay, spirituality, self-realization, meditation, etc. He was engaged after returning foreign tour and public welfare works. On July 4th, Swamiji entered Mahasamadhi at the age of 40. So in so little age, he entered in Mahasamadhi because his health was weak, became weak because of the tours, continuous tours, and he got many problems in that tours. Okay. So after returning to India, he constantly engaged in self-realization, meditation, and public welfare works. Establishments, many establishments are there. They will come later. Okay, this date you have to remember. 4th July 1900. At the age of 40. Now important dates. 12th January 1863. Birth date. This is birthday. Born in Kolkata. 1879. Admission in Presidency College of Calcutta. This is not so important, but for understanding. 1880. Admission in Institution of General Assembly. 1881. First meeting with Ramakrishna Paramhansa. This is important. Okay, this one is important. The date of meeting Ramakrishna Paramhansa. 1880. Year. 16th August 1886, death of Guru Ramakrishna Paramhans. 1886, establishment of Varahanagar Mutt. This one is important. Okay, they will give one side. They will give establishments: Arya Samaja, Brahma Samaja, Varahanagar Mutt, and other establishments of other yogis. And one side they will give the names. Okay, then you have to know that one. Establishment of Varahanagar Mutt. 1890 to 1893, visited all over India as a parivrajak, traveler. Parivrajak means traveler. They will ask they may ask what is the meaning of parivrajak, etc. And who was parivrajak called? Then you have to tell Swami Vivekananda. So to remember this word, parivrajak. 13th February 1893, he gave the first public lecture on life in Sikandarabad. This is in India, okay? Before he go his traveling of that America, he gave first public lecture on life in Sikandarabad. Then 30th July 1893, visit to Chicago. August 1803, he meets Professor John Wright of Harvard University. 11th September 1893, historical lecture at the World Religions Conference, Chicago. Which was that hall? The name of the hall? That
Institute
auditorium.
of Art. Institute of Art.
Yes. You have to remember this date also. 11th September 1893, Institute of Art. 27th September 1893, last speech of World's Religions Conference in Chicago. November 1894, establishment of Vedanta Society. This is important, okay? Establishment of Vedanta Society. Vedanta Society. You have to remember, they will ask. This is very, very important in New York. Where he established this one? In New York. One side you have to, in that column only, in small, very small writing, you can write establishment. Vedanta Society dash New York. Like this you have to write. 1st May 1897, establishment of Ramakrishna Mission. All these establishments are very, very important. Varahanagar Mutt, Vedanta Society, and Ramakrishna Mission. Okay. And 4th July 1902, Mahasamadhi. Mahasamadhi was at Belur Mutt. Okay. Mahasamadhi was at Belur Mutt, Kolkata. No
मैम
important.
एक पीछे करिए थोड़ा सा.
You can write that Mahasamadhi at Belur Mutt, Kolkata. I think I have mentioned, but right here only. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Important books written by Swami Vivekananda. Uttishtati Jagruta. My master. This is very important. मेरे गुरुदेव. ये मेरे गुरु हिंदी में भी हिंदी में है तो मेरे गुरु आएगा और इधर my master. Parivrajak. And where yoga comes, Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, like this. That is from Swami Vivekananda. Okay. Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Vedanta Darshan, address on Bhakti Yoga. Sorry. Lectures from Colombo to Almoda. This book they have asked in our our exam. Lectures from Colombo to Almoda. Shall I move?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is Raj Yoga? This is for only your knowledge. Raj Yoga means what? There are many confusing what is Raj Yoga, Patanjali Yoga, like this. There, so I have written this one. Okay, Raj Yoga is the description of Ashtanga Yoga only. Okay, written by Maharshi Patanjali. The subject of Raj Yoga is to control the tendencies of the mind. Okay, that is the any yoga. The main aim is to attain the samadhi. To control the tendencies of mind. Okay, like this. Maharshi Patanjali has suggested the way to move forward by taking the help of practice and renunciation for those with absorbed minds, and Kriya Yoga for those who are with disturbed minds. Okay, you know all this. Infinite knowledge and power reside in every person. You know that, huh? The प्रकृति में जो नॉलेज है वो सब हमारे अंदर है. जब कुंडलिनी जागृत होती है तब हम सब वो we come to know all the we get all the knowledge from the world. Okay, it is within us, but due to avidya we forgotten that, and when kundalini jagruti and yoga we attain samadhi, then we will come to know all that knowledge like this. Okay, the infinite knowledge and power resides in every person. Raj Yoga shows the way to awaken them. It is its sole purpose is to concentrate the human mind and bring it to the state of complete concentration called samadhi. The human mind is very fickle by nature. It cannot stay on anything even for a moment. How to destroy the restlessness of the mind and bring under control. This is the subject of Raj Yoga. Okay, Raj Yoga and Patanjali Yoga are almost same. He followed Patanjali Yoga only. Okay, only he gave the name Raj Yoga for the samadhi. Understood this one?
मैम स्लाइड्स ना शेयर कर देगा क्योंकि अभी टेबल में सब कहाँ कैसे बनाए समझ में नहीं आ रहा. थोड़ा सा मतलब जो बेसिक चीजें वो तो समझ में आ रही है, लेकिन जो एक्स्ट्रा इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें हैं वो थोड़ा सा
नहीं. एक्स्ट्रा इम्पोर्टेंट ये है ना, ये ज्यादा मैंने बनाए. ये स्लाइड्स ये जो है ना ये इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है. ओके, जो इम्पोर्टेंट है वो मैंने रेड में लिखा है, और लास्ट में जो लास्ट स्लाइड है ना उसमें सब इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स है. ओके, क्या होता है ना, पढ़ाना है तो थोड़ा सा डिटेल में जाना पड़ता है. ओके, वो इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं आता, इसलिए मैंने स्लाइड्स बनाए और पीपीटीज में शेयर कर दूंगी 2 दिन में. यस, for that purpose I have told you to prepare the charts. These are only things for your understanding. Okay, now objective sentence or motto: arise, awake, don't stop till the goal is achieved. उठो जागो, मराठी हिंदी में है ना, तब तक ना ठहरो जब तक क्या है goal is achieved. Arise, awake, and don't stop till the goal is achieved. This is the motto of Swami Vivekananda.
और मैम वो उत्तिष्ठता जागृता करके वो भी है.
हाँ, उत्तिष्ठति जागृता वो बुक है उस रिटर्न. Now chief disciples. Here you have to remember, I have given so many names, but in this you have to remember this name, Sister Nivedita. Ashokananda, Virjananda, Paramananda, Sister Nivedita, Swami Sadananda, Abhayananda, Alsing Perumal. This name is something important. Okay, Alsing Perumalla and Sister Nivedita are most important. Why they won't ask like this deeper question? Because many yogis are there. Okay, 15 yogis are there. In that 15 yogis, they have to ask 3 or 4 questions. So they won't ask like this. Very, very important things only they ask. Okay, understood? Okay. Now, from exam point of view, name Swami Vivekananda, nickname Narendranath Dutt and Vireshwar, date of birth 12 January 1863, place of birth Kolkata, father's name Vishwanath Dutt, mother's name Bhuvaneshwari Devi, Guru Ramakrishna Paramhans Ji, death 4th July 1902 at Belur Math, Kolkata, philosophy आधुनिक Vedant and Raj Yoga. That is new Vedant. Adhunik Vedant means new Vedant. Okay, we read this. You write this name also in below that. Adhunik Vedant. Meaning is same. New Vedant or Adhunik Vedant, modern Vedant. And Raj Yoga. He followed, his philosophy was modern New Vedant and Raj Yoga. Okay, clear? Shall I stop sharing? Yes. Any questions? आपको टाइम है थोड़ा सा, दूसरा हम लेंगे आज, कंप्लीट करेंगे. यस, श्री अरबिंदो पढ़ाना है, कंप्लीट करेंगे आज. एक 15 मिनट ज्यादा लगेंगे, चलेगा? हेलो, सुन पा रहे हैं आप? हेलो हेलो.
हाँ यस मैडम, सुनाई दे रहा है.
हाँ, बोल नहीं रहे कोई.
हाँ.
ओके,
हाँ.
महर्षि अरबिंदो लेंगे, शुरू करेंगे.
जी मैम.
We have to complete 2 yogis. Okay. स्क्रीन विजिबल? हेलो, बोलिए बोलिए. क्या
Yes,
है, क्या
yes.
सो रहे हैं क्या? कोई भी नहीं बोल रहा. ओके, महर्षि अरबिंद घोष. He was also called Shri Aurobindo. He was also Bengali. Okay, he was called Shri Aurobindo. Maharishi Arvind Ghosh. Shri Arvind Ghosh was a yogi, poet, writer, spiritual teacher, and a good philosopher. So many he got. He was a yogi, poet, writer, spiritual teacher, and a good philosopher also. He was also a leader of India's independence. He take action in that India's independence. Arvindji was born on 15th August 1872 in Calcutta city, Bengal state. Date Date of birth 15th August 1872, place Kolkata. His father's Krishna Ghanagosh. His father was Krishna Ghanagosh and he was a doctor. Mother Swarnalata Devi was housewife and a religious thoughts. Arvind was the third among 5 siblings. There were 5 siblings. Arvind's number was third. And his mother's name was Swarnalatha Devi and she was housewife and his father was doctor. Education.
पेरेंट्स की भी ऑक्यूपेशन पूछते हैं क्या?
कभी कभी पूछते हैं, कभी कभी पूछते हैं, नहीं पूछेंगे लेकिन आपको पता होना चाहिए. ऐसे नहीं बता सकते नेट में, तो इसलिए उनकी जो हिस्ट्री है ना वो सब आपको पता होनी चाहिए. शायद नहीं पूछेंगे वो, क्योंकि इतना, ये तो सिंपल क्वेश्चन है ये, फादर का नहीं, मदर का नहीं, लेकिन आपको पता होना चाहिए इसलिए. Education. His father was an assistant surgeon in Rangpur in Bengal, and he influenced by an English culture. He liked English culture so much, and he hates our Indian culture. Okay, he was not liking our Indian culture. He was always used to follow the Western culture. He influenced by English culture, so that he had put his children in English school only. Although Arvindo did not like that. Okay. Arvindo was used to like Indian culture. He liked Indian culture. He loved Indian culture. But his father, due to his father, he went to English school. Arvind Ghosh, along with his brothers, was sent to study in the Loreto House boarding of Darjeeling. It was considered the main center of the British government's culture. Okay, because his father was following British culture, so he put his children in that government school only, British government culture. In 1879, when Arvind was 7 years old, his father went to England with his wife and children. His family moved to England when Arvindo was of 7 years old. Mr. Krishna Ghanagosh wanted Arvind to study in English medium and English culture from the very beginning, that his son grow up to be an ICS. He wanted that his son would become ICS, Indian Civil Service. Okay, but Arvindo did not like that. But forcibly he went English school and he went to England like that. In the famous city of Manchester, England, W.H. Brewitt. This pronunciation is Brewitt. Okay, spelling is different, but pronunciation is different. Brewitt. Okay. W.H. Brewitt was the pastor of Congregational Church. That's why Brewitt's wife was taught history, geography, mathematics, French, English, and Latin language method at home. She was taking tuitions. Okay. Along with his early education, Sri Aurobindo also deeply studied the works of famous scholars like Shakespeare, Shelley, Plato, Keats, Wavell, etc. In England, Aurobindo was known as Ackroyd Ghosh. In Aurobindo, he used to call the name by Ackroyd Ghosh. Okay, they put his name Ackroyd Ghosh in England. In 1983, Brewitt's family moved from England to Australia. Up to that, he studied under that Brewitt's family. Brewitt's wife was teaching geography, mathematics, like tuitions. Okay, Aurobindo studied there. When his family moved in 1983, then he went to, I think, we'll see in the other slide. After this, Aurobindo studied St. Paul's School. Then he went to St. Paul's School, London, for 5 years, from 1884 to 1889. During this period, Arvind also studied literature and poems of various famous writers. He likes poetry also, so he was interested in that literature and poems. Here, Arvind studied Greek language and leadership of Principal Dr. Walker. Here Arvind studied Greek language under the leadership of Principal Dr. Walker, the name of that professor who taught him that Greek language. Okay, this is not so much important. In 1890, Arvind took admission in King's College, London, Cambridge University. Arvind was 2 years in this college. Okay, this is about his education, only for your understanding. Okay, they won't ask questions on this. No? We'll move for next slide. During this period, Arvind proved his mettle by obtaining a high civilian position in the Imperial Civil Service. He studied hard due to his father's wish, but he was not actually not interested. But he studied forcibly for his father and of British Empire in the ICS ICS means Imperial Civil Service examination. He was the biggest test. This was the biggest test for him. But Arvind had no interest in ICS. Arvind deliberately wanted to disqualify in this exam. He wanted to disqualify in this exam because he was not interested in ICS. He was wanted disqualify in this examination. Arvind stood intentionally. Arvind stood last in practical examination of the horse riding and could declare himself ineligible for the ICS examination. Okay, intentionally he stood last. If he wished, he could became first in that test. Okay, but intentionally he stood last for that test and he became ineligible for that examination. Okay, understood? Maharaja, then Maharaja Sayajirao Gaikwad. This name is important. Okay, Maharaja Sayajirao Gaikwad III of Baroda, Gujarat. Baroda means Gujarat. Maharaja Sayajirao Gaikwad III of Baroda had gone to England in those days, and he met Aurobindo there. Maharaja met Aurobindo and was so impressed that he selected Arvind to serve the princely state of Vadodara. Arvind returned to India as for the then Maharaja Sayajirao invited him for Baroda. Then he returned to India in 1893 after staying in England for 14 years for the purpose of serving the country. You have to only here remember he met Sayajirao Gaikwad of Baroda. After serving on several government posts in Baroda, Arvind became professor of French language at Baroda. He taught French language in Baroda College. Now Maharaja Sayajirao, now the name of that college is Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda. Okay. On the basis of good conduct and qualifications in the college, Arvind was made the vice principal after some time. He became vice principal of that college. Here Arvind started engrossed in the study of Sanskrit, Bengali and Hindi languages, as well as Indian religion and culture. Here he studied, gained deeper knowledge of Indian culture, Indian religion, and the languages like Sanskrit, Bengali, Hindi. While living in Baroda, Arvind started actively raising his voice against the British rule. Okay, due to which on June 18, 1906, Arvind resigned from all the posts of the college. he was interested in that independence movement. Okay, so he want to work for his nation. So he left all the posts of that college. Arvind worked here for 13 years, 5 months and 18 days. Okay, in that college. After this, Arvind played an important role in the revolutionary movements of Bengal and Madhya Pradesh. During this time, he also met Lokmanya Tilak and Sister Nivedita. These names are moderately important. Okay, Lokmanya Tilak and Sister Nivedita. He met. Marriage. In 1901, at the age of 28, Arvind got married to Mrinalini Devi, his wife's name. Mrinalini Devi of Ranchi, Bihar. But in 1928, Mrinalini Devi died due to the influenza epidemic in Pondicherry. She died. After this, Arvindji prepared himself physically and mentally for the intense yoga practice, being free from family responsibilities. He went in that spiritual things. Till here you have to remember the name of his wife, okay? Mrinalini Devi. Not so important, but you have to remember. Till 1914, Sri Aurobindo used to practice yoga, pranayam regularly in the ashram in the presence of Babaji Devdhar. Here his guru's name comes, okay? Babaji Devdhar, a disciple of Swami Brahmananda. Babaji Devdhar was his yoga guru. Babaji Devdhar, a disciple of Swami Brahmananda. He started, here another important thing is that he started a monthly Arya magazine based on philosophy. This one is very, very important. The name of magazine, Arya. It is based on philosophy. Aurobindo started the magazine named Arya, in which he writes about philosophy. Arvind's political life after resigning from the college, Arvind started actively participating in country's politics. From 1906 onwards, Arvind started participating in many Indian movements under the leadership of Nauroji, Dadabhai Nauroji. You would heard the name, Dadabhai Nauroji. On May 8, 1908, Arvind and his associates were arrested in a garden in the Kolkata in connection with the Alipur bomb incident. He was active in the Indian that independent movements. So some friends, he went with some friends, and actually he was not that incident, but Arvind's friends were there. Due to that, he get caught in that incident, Alipur bomb incident. On May 18, 1908, Aurobindo and his associates were arrested in a garden in Kolkata in connection with Alipur bomb incident. Then he went to jail. While in jail, Aurobindo also wrote 2 books, Karma Yogini. This is important. Karma Yogini in English language and Dharma in Bengali language. When he was in jail, then that time only he wrote these 2 books, Karma Yogini and Dharma. Karma Yogini is in English language and Dharma is in Bengali language. Apart from this, Arvind also wrote many articles in Bengali. The magazine Suprabhat. This is the another magazine, Suprabhat. Arvind was released from jail on 6th May 1909. Arvind's life was completely changed due to spiritual experiences during his 1 year stay in jail. One story is that, story means an incident is that when he was jail, he was getting many spiritual experiences. Okay, he always doing meditations and like that. he fully engaged in spiritual things. So ऐसे लगता था ना उनको, जिधर भी देखते उनको श्री कृष्ण नजर आता था. वो सामने पेड़ था, उसमें से श्री कृष्ण ऐसे बाहें फैला रहा है, उधर सभी जगह उनको श्री कृष्ण ऐसे दिखते थे. तो ऐसे स्पिरिचुअल, बहुत सारे स्पिरिचुअल एक्सपीरियंसेस उनको आने लगे थे जेल में. ओके, अंडरस्टूड दिस वन. और वो जो सेल था ना उनको जहां रखा था, वो इतना छोटा था, इतना छोटा था कि बिल्कुल ऐसे छोटा एक स्क्वायर रहता है ना, जितना हाइट आने वो बहुत थोड़ी जगह थी उसमें, उसमें वो रहते थे. और उनको बाकी सब करने के लिए जाओ, क्या बोलेंगे अभी, वॉशरूम जाने के लिए, हाँ, वो भी उधर जगह नहीं थी. एक ऐसे पॉट रखा जाता था, उसमें भी सभी करना, और वैसे वैसे बदबू में वो रहते थे. बहुत बहुत बुरे हाल थे उनके. लेकिन वैसे टाइम में भी वो, उन्होंने स्पिरिचुअल एक्सपीरियंस आते थे उनको, और उसी टाइम उन्होंने बुक्स लिखे, और वो पूरी तरह स्पिरिचुअल हो गए थे. वो स्टोरी आप पढ़िए. ओके, यू रीड दैट स्टोरी, वेरी नाइस. आई क्राइड दैट टाइम व्हेन आई read that one. Arvind's entry from political life to spiritual life. The change in Arvind's life came when he was in Alipur jail, Kolkata. In jail, Arvind used to continuously practice yoga, self-contemplation, study and contemplate on Gita, Upanishads, Vedas, all spiritual books he read, scriptures. Once during meditation in jail, Arvind heard the voice of Swami Vivekananda. He heard the voice of Swami Vivekananda when he was meditating. Arvinda had narrated all these experiences to the devotees of his Pondicherry ashram during his sermon. After 1910, Arvind started living in Motilal Rai House, Chandan Nagar, 30 kilometers away from Kolkata, away from political activities. He kept away from all political activities, and he started living alone. On 4th April 1910, Sri Aurobindo left Chandranagar and reached Pondicherry.
Ma'am, it's Chandan Nagar.
हाँ, yes. वो pronunciation मुझे नहीं आता बंगाली.
Chandan Nagar.
Yes. Chandranagar.
Bengali. No.
Chandranagar, correct?
No. Chandan Nagar.
चंद्रनगर. और औरबिंदो बोलिए आप. औरबिंदो कैसे बोलते हैं?
Aurobindo Ghosh.
Aurobindo.
यस, वो प्रोनाउंसिएशन नहीं आता ना हमें.
स्पेशल एक्सेंट.
Yes.
अलग एक्सेंट होता है.
अलग है, बहुत अच्छा लगता है लेकिन ना. और वो व को पी को बी बोलते हैं. Yes, one student is there, my student is there. Her name is Pallavi, लेकिन पल्लवी बोलते हैं.
Ma'am,
पल्लवी.
it's Pallavi, not Pallavi. Pallavi.
Yeah. That accent is different. Yes.
Yes.
Region wise.
On the accent only we can identify that they are Bengali. Okay. At Pondicherry, Sri Aurobindo developed a spiritual practice. He called that integral yoga. This one is very, 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 very important. Okay. He started integral yoga. You write this, integral yoga. Only one word, integral. He followed integral yoga, or he taught integral yoga. The central theme of this vision was the evolution of human life into a divine life in divine body. Okay. The central theme of his vision was evolution of human life into a divine life in divine body. I will tell afterwards, okay, about this. He believed in spiritual realization that not only liberated but transferred human nature, enabling a divine life on earth. He told that going in meditation, following this which integral meditation, we can live that spiritual life after moksha, after kaivalya, what the soul leads that life, or how that soul remains, no, like that we can remain, we can feel in living only, in our life only, life also. like that. जब हम जिंदा है ना तब भी हम कैवल्य अनुभव सकते हैं, अनुभव कर सकते हैं, ऐसे अरविंद ने बताया. ओके, like to that level we have to evolve our mind. Okay, spiritual evolution. Understood this one? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
ma'am.
कैवल्य कब होता है? जब बॉडी छूट जाती है या आफ्टर समाधि, वो कैवल्य, वो सब हम जब समाधि तो जिंदा होते हुए हम नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन कैवल्य जो बोलते हैं ना, वो डिवाइन लाइफ जो है, हम जिंदा रहते हुए भी, बॉडी में रहते हुए भी हम वो अनुभव कर सकते हैं, ऐसे उन्होंने बोला. तो उस लेवल तक हमारा माइंड इवोल्यूशन इवोल्यूट करना पड़ेगा. ओके. From 1926 to 1950, he went into deep silent meditation twice. Mauna, what we call. He remained 12 years. Okay, like this 2 times he remained in that silent meditation. He only talk or connect with that his disciple, that Shrima. Okay. Maharshi Arvind ji told from his own experience that only through yoga the dormant consciousness can be awakened. Through yoga, a person can lead a normal life, can make divine life. Maharshi Arvind said that only through yoga can awakening of dormant, this come 2 times. Okay. The integral yoga of Sri Aurobindo and mother means that Shrima, his disciple, mother, she was called Shrima, Ma. Okay. Aims at the perfection of human being with manifestation of a divine life upon earth as ultimate goal, not to end with the realization of divine, but to serve the divine will work to manifest the divine harmonies in life is the aim of integral yoga. The aim of integral yoga is to live a divine life in living with our body. Okay.
मैम एक बार प्रीवियस स्लाइड दिखाइए ना, जो और एक पॉइंट रिपीट बोला था ना आपने, 14th one.
This one, no?
हाँ, only one point, right?
Maharshi Arvinda had
Yeah.
said that only through yoga can awakening of dormant consciousness take place, and through yoga a person can transfer an ordinary life into divine life. Experience the integral yoga of Aurobindo, that is something wrong. Okay. Once okay. The integral yoga, sometimes so also called supramental yoga. Supramental yoga also, okay, is the yoga based philosophy and practice of Sri Aurobindo and the mother, Mira Alfonsa. Yes, Mira Alfonsa. Her name was Mira Alfonsa. After initiation, she became Shrima. Both names are same, Mira Alfonsa and Shrima.
She was from different country, yeah?
Yes, she was from different country. I
Europe.
don't exactly know, but she was from it. Central to integral yoga is the idea that spirit manifests itself in a process of evolution, meanwhile forgetting its origins. The reverse process of evolution is driven toward a complete manifestation of spirit. This is very, very, very spiritual language. Sri Aurobindo's life philosophy is synthesis of idealism, realism, naturalism, and pragmatism. According to him, jnana means knowledge, bhakti means devotion, and karma means work ethics, can lead man to divine path. Okay. Due to these 3, jnana, bhakti, and karma, we can lead a divine life. We can gain a divine path. But synthesis of spirituality, creativeness, and intellectuality is essential for a sound personality. Okay. This is his philosophy. Not so important, but for understanding, I have collected this one. aim of the integral yoga. It is not merely to raise of the ordinary ignorant world consciousness into the divine consciousness, but to bring the supramental power of that divine consciousness down into the ignorance mind. We have not go to that thing, consciousness, divine consciousness, but we can get the divine conscious on earth only. Okay, like this, simply. Living on this earth only, we can get that divine consciousness. For that, we have to meditate and follow the spiritual path. But to bring the supramental power of that divine consciousness down into the ignorance mind, life and body, to transform them, to manifest the divine here and create a divine life in matter. भौतिक जगत में ही, मैटर मीन्स भौतिक जगत, जब हम भौतिक जगत में जी रहे हैं, इधर ही हम लोग वो डिवाइन कॉन्शियसनेस फील कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए वो मेडिटेशन करना है, डिवाइन पाथ फॉलो करना है. वो जो कुछ बताया ना इधर, लास्ट स्लाइड, हाँ, that is jnana, bhakti and karma. Okay, following these things we can get that divine consciousness on this earth also. Okay, living on this earth also, in भौतिक जगत में भी हम वो सब पा सकते हैं. Now nirvana. Nirvana means death or samadhi. On December 5th, 1950, Sri Aurobindo left the physical body and merged forever in the five elements. He got the samadhi on 5th December 1950. You have to remember this date only. Okay. Main books written by Aurobindo. Books are very important. The Life Divine, The Secret of Vedas, The Ideal Human Unity, The Synthesis of Yoga. This is very, very important. Synthesis of Yoga, The Life Divine, like these important books they will ask. The Future Poetry, The Human Cycle, The Defense of Indian Culture, Essence on the Gita. This is also important. The Psychology of Social Development, Savitri Mahakavya. This is important. Okay, Savitri Mahakavya. Letters on Yoga. The 5 books are here important. You can remember. The Life Divine, then Synthesis of Yoga, then Essay on Gita, then Savitri Mahakavya, Letters on Yoga. These are very, very important books. Many times they had asked in NET exam. Okay. Awards. This is also very important slide. Okay. Nobel Prize for Literature. He got 2 Nobel Prizes, no? One Nobel Prize for Peace and other for Literature. Nobel Prize for Literature in 1943 and Nobel Prize for Peace in 1950. The government of India also issued a postage stamp in the memory of Sri Aurobindo. In important, you can write this one in important things about the yogi. Okay, that column you can write. Indian government, a stamp, postage stamp. This much you have to write. Okay, not need to write this big sentence for understanding. No. Now check your chart. Okay. Date of birth 15th August 1872. Place of birth Kolkata. Father Krishna Ghanaghosh. Mother Swarnalata Devi. Wife Mrinalini Devi. Philosophy Integral Yoga. Death 5th September 1950 at Pondicherry. Publication Vande Mataram magazine. And other magazines are there. Arya, Suprabhat. Okay, I have told you previously. You can write in that column only this one. Vande Mataram, Arya, and Suprabhat. His guru, yoga guru was Babaji Devdhar. Okay, he studied yoga from him, that Babaji Devdhar. And his spiritual guru was Vishnu Bhaskar Lele. Okay, his spiritual guru was Vishnu Bhaskar Lele. And main disciple Mira Alfonsa, Mrs. Mira Alfonsa or Shri Ma. She used to call Shri Ma. Here two gurus are there, okay? They can ask any one of them, any one of these, okay? Babaji Devdhar and Vishnu Bhaskar Lele, both are gurus of Arvind. Okay? Chief disciples of Aurobindo, N.K. Gupta, these are not so important. Amal Kiran, Nirod Baran, Pavitra, D.K. Rai, Satprem, Indra Sen, Champak Lal, and A.B. Puranik. A.B. Puranik, this one Puranik, okay? This is not important, but for understanding and for extra knowledge, I have demonstrated. Thank you. Any questions?
No, ma'am. Fine.
Hello, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I will stop sharing. हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे थोड़ा सा, रिकॉर्डिंग में अभी बंद करती हूँ.